Now, the consultation may be over, but it hasn't gone away, you know, the common funding formula, that is, and it was firmly on the agenda during today's questions to the Education Minister.
The fact remains that those schools with higher levels of social deprivation face the biggest challenges. Therefore, they require more resources to tackle those challenges. I have been accused by some of taking money off schools to give to other schools. However, no school's annual budget is confirmed until it is done so by my department. Therefore, the monies I plan to use are not any individual schools. They are from my department's central aggregated schools budget of £1.1 billion. But I have found that throughout this consultation that speaking to educationalists, speaking to pupils, speaking to principals, speaking to parents, speaking to people interested in social justice and equality, that they approach me in a rational manner, that they have rational discussions with me, and they put a point their point of view in a very rational, considered manner. Some agree with my proposals, some do not agree with my proposals. But as I said in my original question to you, and perhaps the SDLP are going to challenge me on this, that social deprivation is the biggest indicator of a child's educational outcomes, and that needs to be challenged. A school with high levels of social deprivation therefore requires more funding to ensure that they have the resources available to give equality to all children they are there to serve. The most effective indicator of social deprivation among pupils should have the following characteristics. It needs to relate to information that is personal to the pupil's family circumstances. That information needs to be capable of independent validation. It needs to be up to date. It needs to be capable of being updated on an annual basis, and it needs to be easily gathered at school level. Free school meal entitlement is the only reliable measure we have been able to identify that meets these requirements. The view of the independent review panel was that free school meal entitlement provides an indication of the relative concentration of potentially disadvantaged pupils in a given school in a way that no other indicator currently does. Additionally, statistical analysis shows a strong correlation between the entitlement to free school meals and the multiple deprivation measures. I remain open to hearing suggestions as to other indicators that might meet these characteristics I have just outlined. To date, I have received no suggestions that do this.
Can the Minister confirm for me, and I have this feeling that after all the shouting that takes place from the opposite benches, can the Minister confirm if indeed any other political party in this House have presented him with any other option other than free school meals? Cormac.
I have studied the 5 political parties' responses to the common funding formula scheme, and none have yet presented me with an option in relation to their...
Order, please.
None of the political parties have presented me with an alternative to free school meals, and I assume all the political parties are more than happy to publish their responses. So publish your responses, and if the member across the way is saying I'm speaking absolute nonsense, then people can study his response and then say, well, has he presented the Minister with an alternative? And they'll make up their own mind in regards to that matter.